Is it bad if there are birds building a nest in your home? And by in your home, I mean behind the brick, but not like inside my home.
My first reaction is that's not good because you don't want any varmints, any animal in your house.
They're birdies.
No, I know, but so
I know.
Here's
critters, living things. I know.
Well, that's what I was going to say. What my suggestion would be is to fix the hole, okay, and then put up a birdhouse if you want. So,
but what if they got eggs in there?
Well, I mean, you would probably want to try to scare them out of there.
You can't scare eggs out; they don't move, and you can't touch them.
Okay, good point. Good. Okay. All right, not trying to bring the mood down, but
we just started, Jeff. You're already bringing the mood down?
Well, yeah, because this is kind of scary. Have you heard of alpine divorce?
No.
And I thought of you.
Oh, no, this is when they leave their partners in the mountains. Yes, I have heard of this.
Men intentionally abandoning their female partners during a hike or outdoor trip, and often without a phone, water, or other resources.
Bro, it's effed up. It's real effed up.
What the? I did this.
I can't imagine this being. It's crazy. This is a trend. It's crazy. This has even happened. I guess I can see it happening once from some real big D-bag. But like that, this is a thing that people are doing regularly. This is awful. This is terrible.
That's why. And I was thinking about you because I know how much you love to hike, and I know how much you actually love to share. Because even when we did our show years ago from Colorado, you convinced me to go with you on a little bit of a hike, and I mean we had a really good time. But I can't imagine convincing your
partner to go with you somewhere and bail on him.
Well,
out
that's
in
what
the
I was
going to
say. It doesn't even have to be necessarily your wife, but yes, bailing on completely
bailing on anybody in the wilderness is just cruel and wrong.
How?
Shouldn't do that. I will say,
wow.
This is why I recommend, like, if you're going out into some situation where you're going to be out there for a while, you kind of need to have some wilderness skills. Both people need to have them because you're not guaranteed. What if they break a leg or something and then you're in charge of finding water? Things like that. Like, you're not guaranteed. So I just recommend everybody brush up on your survival skills. If you're going to be out in the wilderness, you think for an extended amount of time, or you're going camping or something, just know some general stuff is what I would recommend. But I can't believe that men are actually doing this.
I can't either.
Awful.
So here's the thing. I get maybe that you want to be rid of this person, which that's a whole other issue.
Maybe not leave them to die.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. Who wants somebody to die? No matter how bad that situation is, do you really want somebody to die?
Listen, breaking up is awkward enough. Can you imagine when they get back from the wilderness? The kind of talk that you're going to be having after that.
Man. Well, yeah. At least let them have a phone. And then if they call you, you just don't answer. I mean, but if they're not going to die, they can call 911.
I mean, at the very least, leave them at the trailhead or something. Like, I don't know what you're doing. So I
saw this on MSN and I was
cruel.
Like, this has got to be fake news, but it's not.
That is absolutely cruel. I got nothing on that.
I don't either.
Don't do that.
Other than, don't do it.
Don't do that. And if you're going out anywhere, just make sure you're brushed up on your survival skills a little bit so you know some basic things. Yikes. Yeah, that's rough. Another thing that's trending, since you brought up trending stuff, rawdogging.
Yeah.
It's not what it means back in our day.
Right.
Back in Jeff and I's day.
Right.
To the kids today, it just means going for a while.
Without.
Going with no phone in your hand. And they even go as far as like no music, no TV, no books, no stimulation. You're just supposed to sit. So I wonder, like, I thought to myself, well, I can sit. I don't necessarily have to have a lot of things. But when I thought about it, I was like, I still do stuff. I don't sit well. So yesterday I thought I'd try this out.
How'd you do?
15 minutes. I move a lot. That's what I noticed the most is like, I really can't sit still. I understand fidget spinners now because you can't, like, you're just sitting there. I'm trying not, like, my natural inclination is like, all right, well, if there's nothing going on, no music, I'm not entertained by anything, I'll get up and do something. But I think the point is not to do anything. So
that is the point.
I have to just keep sitting here.
Did you make it 15 minutes?
I did, but I found myself like tapping. I was tapping my leg. I was tapping my foot. I was kind of rocking. Like I just needed, like it was interesting. And the silence was so silent. I was glad that my air conditioner kicked on at some point because it was almost deafening. Too silent.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Have you tried doing this recently? It seems like, oh, we're the older generation. We can do this. No problem. But it was interesting how just kind of uncomfortable my body was in it. I can do it.
Well, you asked me about this yesterday. And I got to thinking about it, and not on purpose. It's just sometimes I think for me, it's a decompression. When I'm taking longer trips, I will. I will go with no music, no nothing.
I can
You've
do that
been with
too.
me. And no talking.
And
really.
that's still, I can do that too. And that's still fine, but you're still driving. There's something that has your attention.
That's what I was going to say. So I don't think that counts.
Yeah.
And when you asked me, I thought, sure, I could. And then I went, wait a minute. I'm so guilty now of grabbing my phone and playing a game or doing something like that. I'm not sure I could do it.
I mean, you naturally, because you're just sitting there and you don't think about it for a minute. And then you go, you do. You just look for your phone. You're like, oh, yeah, I'm not doing that right now. Like, it's weird how much our brains are trained for this. So maybe the kids are onto something with the raw dogging.
Well, I will say, other than the fact that it makes you want to laugh every time you say it because of our age, it is something that probably could be so good for our mental health.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's a little, it's weird how my body just couldn't sit still. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but it's a fact that I now know about myself. So I learned something. Maybe I need to try this a little more often. Another trend, though, that the kids are into. Have you heard about looks maxing?
No.
I've seen this pop up. I've heard it on podcasts, and now I'm seeing articles about it. It's coming up on
Say it again.
Looks maxing.
Okay.
So it's like a very...
Like maximizing your look?
Yes.
Okay.
This is specifically aimed at men, which is what I think is interesting because usually beauty stuff and standards is all aimed at women. This is a male thing. So there's a major influencer. I'm not even going to say his name because he just gets a lot of play.
Okay.
But if you've seen this, you know who he is. He's like a 20-year-old. Actually breaking his jaw in order to get that chiseled jawline, you know, like that Prince Charming jawline that you see.
But
actually
literally went to the doctor and have he broke it himself.
Taking hammers to your own face.
No.
To break your jaw in order to have it reset to look like this.
Why would you do this?
Cheekbones are getting smashed. This is a whole thing to restructure your face, and this is such a bad idea. And it's not just that. I mean, of course, it's the physical stuff too. So you got to get like the body V. So there's like extreme diets and working out and things like this. Just all of it unhealthy, and it just reeks of everything in the 90s that I saw with women, and now I see it coming for men. And it doesn't look like this trend is really slowing down because I hear about moms talking like their boys are mentioning it in their homes, even if they're not going to do it. It's just a topic that's being discussed, and this is crazy to me. How extreme. You're smashing your faces to get a better jawline.
Well, and there's so many things that could go wrong. I mean, let's be honest.
Yes, of course.
Where you're not going to get the look and you might end up looking worse than you do right now.
And here's a point, like this is aimed at like adolescent men. Your face structure is changing. You're going to build out that more structured jawline as you get older naturally. So by destroying your face right now, what are you doing? Like, this is just so unhealthy. I don't know who I'm warning about it, but just don't do that. Like, I feel like I shouldn't have to say that. This is so bad.
Hey, Frank, what you doing with that ball peen hammer?
Bad. It's ridiculous.
No.
Don't do it.
All right. Well, I don't know if this is trending, but it made me laugh. I wanted to throw it out here to see if maybe we should do this on our daily debate segment we do on the morning show. There was a meme, and it got me to thinking because it just kind of made me laugh. Name one thing you learned in school that you never use in your adult life.
I mean, a lot.
Where do you want to start?
A lot of math stuff. Once you get out of like basic stuff, I haven't used any of that as far as I know.
One of the comments made me laugh, and it made me go, yeah, because I've said we need to bring these back for adults. Recess. They said apparently when you start living in the real world, going outside for half an hour and chasing people is considered stalking and harassment.
It's bad news now. I think we need to incorporate nap times again.
That's what I'm saying.
Those power naps.
Yeah, bring back recess or nap time, whatever you want to call it. And
we need both. I think that we need both.
Oh, okay.
Lunch, recess, and nap. These are all necessary. They're breakups in the day, so I think it's just a good thing to have. We did a 2:00 walk at my old job. That's kind of like a recess.
Oh, for
Everybody
real?
Get outside, get some fresh air. We were right by Scissor. Well, we were near the Myriad Garden, so you just take one lap around the gardens, come back to the office. It was nice and refreshing right after lunch to get people back on their task. So, yeah. And we could all use a little nap in the morning.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain with that. I also wanted to throw out there, too, because when I got to thinking about this, recess made me laugh. But then I personally thought, how about the dissecting of worms and frogs? When are we going to use that in radio?
Never, ever. I'm so glad I never had to do that. Our school.
Didn't have to. Your biology class didn't do that?
Like our school had the budget for animals. Come on now.
You go out and dig up a worm. I mean, you could at least done the worm.
Just look at pictures. It's fine. I got a great education. I'm using a lot of it, clearly.
All right. So what do you think maybe, because I asked to set this up, do you think this might be a fun debate that we should do on the radio?
It might. When was the last time you diagrammed a sentence?
Oh, man.
I mean, I used to love doing that, actually, like a major nerd, because grammar was my thing. That was the one thing I was actually decent at. So I liked doing that, but I have never used that. I'm not going to put my little past participle down on a little line. Nobody's asked me to do that in my adult life.
Past participle. I should give you props for that, man. That is awesome.
I loved grammar.
That's why she gives me such a hard time. Hey, look, I get close, okay?
You do. I have a homeowner question for you.
Okay.
Is it bad if there are birds building a nest in your home? And by in your home, I mean behind the brick, but not like inside my home. They're right by okay, here's what's happening. I see birds repeatedly fly almost right into my door. There's like a little awning that goes out there, and I checked the awning. I was like, this is just wood. There's nowhere for anywhere to be. But there is a crack in the brick where the mortar is kind of fallen through, and you could fit a little bird body through there. And so I think that they have made a home inside my wall because they are over there a lot. It's not producing a lot of droppings. I would have a problem with that, but it looks like they're just flying over there and going right in.
See, my first reaction is that's not good, because you don't want any varmints, any animal in your house.
They're birdies.
No, I know, but so
I know. Here's critters, living things. I know.
Well, that's what I was going to say. What my suggestion would be is to fix the hole. Okay. And then put up a birdhouse if you want. So
but what if they got eggs in there?
Well, I mean, you would probably want to try to scare them out of there.
You can't scare eggs out. They don't move. And you can't touch them.
Okay, good point. Good. Okay, maybe wait until summer or fall?
I got to wait till those birdies come.
Yeah.
I'm not burying the, to hear their little baby cries if they were just locked in the wall.
I just don't think it's a good thing for them to be inside your house.
Probably not. But they're just birds.
Yeah, but
they just need a home. I did think about getting a birdhouse earlier, but I didn't know where to put it. Apparently, I should have done that because they've made one.
Yeah.
So I should tell my landlord, is what you're saying?
I'm thinking you should probably tell him, because here's the thing. So like my daughter, they had a turtle dove that kept trying to do what you're saying. They didn't have a hole. So what they ended up doing was putting a birdhouse on top of their porch light.
Okay,
and it used it and loved it, and now every year it's there, and it becomes like, how's the turtle dove
light,
doing?
and it is near there, but it's just not quite on. I
just think animals inside the house isn't a good thing.
It's probably not. I just don't want those little birdie babies to get hurt.
Well, and so I guess here's the thing I'm thinking about too. Not just because they're birds and baby birds, but they have predators. And so what if a predator finds out there's a bird in there?
Well, that's what I thought. I mean, you'd
there.
really be screwed, but it's a good hidey hole. I mean, I don't think you would find it normally unless you're flying up there, they do.
I don't know. Do squirrels eat bird eggs? I don't know. I don't know.
I've never. I don't think the opening's wide enough for a squirrel.
Okay,
and I've never seen a squirrel jump up. I've never seen that. I watch, and I kind of like having my little bird visitors. That's why I need an actual birdhouse.
You need a birdhouse. I'm not discouraging the bird friends. I'm just not in your house.
All right. Well, my landlord, I almost made it a year, John, without having to call you on anything. But I do think he kind of misses me. Occasionally he just texts me. He's like, hi, how's it going? Okay? Just checking in. So at least I'll have something to text John about, let him know some birds are making a home, and then he can do something with it if he wants. I just hope my baby birds are okay. I got a little bird family. Anything else you would like to discuss today?
Yeah, but
John?
I just don't know if I really don't know if I want to do it. Well,
are you going to bring down the mood again?
No, I don't know that I'm going to bring down the mood, but I just, we'll just put it this way, okay? Maybe this is how I do this. Sometimes life gives you gut punches that you weren't expecting.
Yes.
And it's amazing to work with a partner that is so amazing. I'm talking about Rachael.
Oh.
That checked on me, and not only checked on me, but gave me as much encouragement as you could with the gut punch that I took. And it was work related. But it was one of those deals where, for me, and I actually think for you too, it's almost a passion because it's such a good thing.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But I guess the reason I'm throwing this out there, originally I was going to ask you if I could whine about it because I know what you're talking about. And then ask the listeners to start a grassroots or a GoFundMe or something. But I thought maybe that's just too self-serving and I really shouldn't do that. But I guess what I really would like to pose is, how do you handle that? Because life always seems to do this.
Man.
And it really tests, I guess, your stamina in life. Because you're like, we're trying to do everything right here. How did we get this gut punch?
Yeah. I've received a lot of gut punches lately. I just feel like I'm rolling through a bunch of gut punches. And I just feel like all of them are above my pay grade, man. I can't do anything about any of it. You're just getting punched right and left. And I guess the best thing I can do is just understand that it is above my pay grade.
Yeah.
And so it's not my job to solve these things. I can't.
Well,
That releases some pressure in the fact that I just can't. And so I can let go of some of that stuff, is that it's not in my hands. And then I take a step back and look at what is that I can. And that's usually just my response to it and what I'm going to do. So lately there's been a lot of gut punches. So I'm just trying to rest more, be more quiet, be more still, because you just got to conserve your energy a little bit better.
Well, and I think what I'm learning too is you have to be content with where you are right now. And that is so hard to learn.
It is, but you're not going to rush through anything by being anxious about it or wishing that it wasn't happening. Doesn't really make any difference. Again, that's the thing that I can fix, is my perspective on it. And I'm trying to keep in mind, it's a season. Gut punches won't roll one after another forever.
True.
Some seasons just be like that, man. So
well, and I also wanted to put it on record too about just how amazing you are. And I think if people have listened to us for any length of time, they know that we're pretty much give and take to each other. And I wanted it on record. I wanted it on recording that I cherish this relationship.
Well, I agree with that. Thank you. That's very sweet.
Look, I made you blush a little.
Yeah, because that's real sweet. And then you said it in front of people, which, we usually just slam each other in front of people.
Well, yeah, that's right. And
you let
I know
the cat
how you
out
feel.
of the bag.
Don't give her any kind of accolades or anything. She won't even yell bingo. So,
Oh, yeah. Maybe we'll discuss that on another episode. We might have to circle back around.
All right. So what we've learned then is to be content where we are.
Yeah.
Is that what, and
try to, let go of the things you can't control. It's just real stressful if you try to hold on to them a little too tightly.
Yeah, well, thank you, because I needed to vent a little bit, but I also wanted, like I said, get it on record. And now maybe we can help you. Maybe you're in the same spot. Maybe you took a gut punch this week.
People are taking gut punches right and left. We are not exclusive. So hopefully this was an encouragement to somebody, even if all you learned was it's not just you. Jeff, I don't know how to end this with us being nice to each other. It feels weird.
So you want to do something else then?
I don't know. You got any? Just make a fart noise or something. That seems right. That's better.